In today's world we've been sold lies about what it means to be a man. Society tells us that success is defined by wealth, by the number of women we can impress, by status and by power. But let me ask you something: how many truly successful men are still lost inside, insecure and confused about their purpose? How many powerful men still crumble when life hits hard? Most men chase fleeting things and forget the foundation of what really matters. But here's the harsh truth: if you don't know who you are, if you don't have control over yourself, and if you're constantly chasing validation from others, you'll never be a high-value man. So stop wasting your time on shallow pursuit. Today we'll reveal the 12 essential traits of a high-value man based on Stoic wisdom, ancient principles that helped shape some of history's most respected figures. These traits will change your life if you apply them. Being a high-value man isn't about flexing in front of the mirror or racking up followers on Instagram. It's about building an inner foundation so strong that nothing shakes you. Women respect you, men look up to you, and more importantly, you respect yourself. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, teaches us how to live a life of discipline, resilience, and purpose. Qualities every high-value man should possess. These 12 traits will help you dominate in life and relationships. Let's dive right in. Number 1, self-confidence. With humility, most men are either insecure or overcompensating. They wear flashy clothes, boast about their success, or try to impress women with fake confidence. But here's the thing: women can see right through that. Real confidence doesn't need a performance. You walk into a room and people feel your presence. You don't need to talk about yourself because your actions speak louder than words. But confidence without humility is a disaster waiting to happen. A truly confident man knows his worth, but he doesn't need to rub it in anyone's face. He listens, he learns, and he understands that life is about constant growth. When you're humble, you don't feel threatened by anyone else's success because you know your own path. One of the biggest mistakes men make in today's dating world is over-exaggerating their achievements. You'll see it on social media every day: guys flexing with their cars, showing off expensive vacations, or constantly reminding people how successful they are. But deep down, the more someone tries to prove something, the less secure they really are. High value men don't need that validation. When you walk with humility, your success speaks for itself. Stop trying to prove your worth to others. Build your confidence by mastering your skills, becoming an expert at something, and knowing your strength inside and out. But don't let your ego get in the way. If someone is better than you at something, learn from them instead of getting jealous. Additionally, practice speaking less about your own success and letting others discover your value on their own terms. The less you try to impress, the more genuine and attractive you'll become. Number 2, leadership without ego. In today's society, everyone wants to be a leader, but most people don't even know what leadership really means. They think it's about power, dominance, or being the loudest voice in the room. But leadership without ego is the real deal. A high-value man leads by example, not by controlling others in relationships. This is crucial. A high-value man doesn't need to control his partner to feel powerful. He knows that real leadership is about providing stability, being emotionally strong, and guiding with wisdom. He doesn't compete with his partner, he elevates her. This trait becomes even more important when life throws curve balls. If your relationship or life is facing difficulties, a leader doesn't panic or look for someone to blame. Instead, he takes charge of the situation, making calm and rational decisions. He doesn't let pride or ego get in the way of making things better at work or in your relationships. Be the man who takes responsibility. Step up when things get Tough, but don't let your ego get in the way. A real leader listens, adapts, and supports those around him. Show your strength through your actions, not by dominating others, and remember, leading without ego means being able to admit when you're wrong. Your willingness to learn and grow is what makes you a true leader, not just someone who gives orders. Trait 3. Discipline. Discipline is what separates the boys from the men. We live in a time where everything is instant gratification, instant pleasure, and instant results. But if you want to be a high-value man, you need to master discipline. That means sticking to your goals even when you don't feel like it, showing up every day and putting in the work. Discipline is more than just showing up at the gym or sticking to a routine. It's about being consistent in every aspect of your life. Think about it. Anyone can be motivated for a week or two, but discipline is what keeps you moving forward when motivation runs out. It's the difference between being good at something and being truly great. And let's not forget, women can tell when a man lacks discipline. A man who is all over the place, constantly changing his mind or failing to stick to his commitments, isn't someone they can trust. Set strict boundaries for yourself. Whether it's your fitness career or relationships, stick to your commitments. Every time you resist temptation, you build mental strength. Start small. Wake up 30 minutes earlier. Finish a task you've been avoiding, or go a day without social media. The more disciplined you are, the more control you'll have over your life. And make sure you're holding yourself accountable. Write down your goals and review them daily to stay on track. Number 4. Emotional control. Emotional control is where most men fall short. You see it all the time. Guys who get triggered by the smallest things, flying off the handle over nonsense, and in relationships, forget it. One argument and they're losing their minds, shouting, slamming doors, or walking out. Women don't respect that. A high-value man doesn't lose control. Stoicism teaches us to remain calm no matter the situation. Emotional control doesn't mean you suppress your feelings. It means you master them when life gets tough. A high-value man knows how to pause, assess, and respond with reason, not react out of anger or frustration. Men today are told that showing emotion makes them weak, but that's not the point. Emotional control isn't about being a robot. It's about understanding your emotions and using them to fuel your decisions instead of letting them control you. When you master your emotions, you become untouchable. Whether you're dealing with a stressful situation at work or an argument in your relationship, people will notice your calm demeanor and trust your judgment. Practice emotional control every day. When you feel yourself getting angry or upset, take 2 steps back, count to 10. Breathe and assess the situation logically. In relationships, learn to communicate calmly. This will not only make you more attractive but also more respected by everyone around you. Also, start journaling your thoughts and emotions daily. By tracking what triggers you, you'll gain better control over your responses. Number 5. Intellectual curiosity. Most men stop learning after they leave school. They get stuck in their ways, repeating the same patterns, and wonder why they're stuck in life. A high-value man, on the other hand, is always learning. He's intellectually curious because he knows that growth is the key to success in today's world. Curiosity is your secret weapon. It what separates you from the average guy who's content with mediocrity. Being intellectually curious makes you interesting, not just to women but to everyone. It makes you more adaptable, more open-minded, and more successful. But it's not just about reading books or consuming information. Intellectual curiosity means questioning the world around you, challenging your own beliefs, and being open to new perspectives. High-value men never stop growing because they never stop learning. When you're curious, you'll find opportunities where others see dead ends. Commit to learning something new every day. Read books, listen to podcasts, or take up a new hobby. But here's the kicker: don't just learn to impress others, learn for yourself. The more knowledge you acquire, the more confident and capable you'll become in life and relationships. Take a course, challenge your existing beliefs, or have a conversation with someone who disagrees with you. Intellectual curiosity is what keeps you sharp and on top of your game. Number 6. Integrity and honesty. Integrity is the backbone of a high-value man. Without it, nothing else matters. In today's world, honesty is rare. People lie, cheat, and manipulate to get ahead. But here's the thing: no matter how far you think dishonesty will take you, it always comes back to bite you. Women respect a man who is honest even when the truth is uncomfortable. High value men don't sugarcoat things, they don't play games, they live by a set of principles, and honesty is at the core of it. And trust me, this will set you apart from 99% of men out there. Make honesty your default. Be honest with yourself first, and then be honest with others. When you live with integrity, you build unshakable trust, and people will respect you even when they disagree with you. Number 7. Living with purpose. Most men drift through life without a purpose. They live for the weekend, they live for comfort, and they live without direction. But here's the harsh truth: a man without purpose is a man who's wasting his life. Women can sense this. They don't want a man who's just coasting, they want a man who's driven. A man with a mission. Purpose is what gives your life meaning. It's what gets you up in the morning. It's what makes you disciplined, focused, and unstoppable. A high-value man knows his purpose, and everything he does aligns with it. A man without purpose is drifting, and in relationships, that lack of direction becomes obvious quickly. Women don't want to be with a man who's just getting by. They want to be with someone who is working towards something bigger. Here's the thing you don't have to know exactly what your life's grand purpose is right now, but you need to be working toward figuring it out. Purpose isn't just about your career, it's about your values, your principles, and what you're building for your future. Are you someone who leaves things half-finished? Do you wake up every day with no clear direction? That's not how a high-value man lives. He's not easily swayed by trends or distractions because he knows what he's working toward. Find your purpose. This isn't something you can figure out in a day, but start by asking yourself what you're passionate about. What do you want your life to stand for? Once you have a clear vision, build your life around it. Stop chasing every distraction and start focusing on what really matters. Write down your goals and review them regularly. Your purpose should shape every decision you make, from the career you choose to the people you spend time with. Remember, purpose fuels discipline, and discipline leads to success. Number 8. Adaptability and open-mindedness. The world is changing faster than ever, and most men can't keep up. They're stuck in their old ways, resistant to change and unwilling to adapt. But a high-value man is adaptable. He's open-minded and willing to learn from new experiences. In relationship, adaptability is key. Life doesn't always go according to plan. Things change, people change, and a man who can't adapt will crumble under pressure. Being open-minded doesn't mean you abandon your principles, it means you're flexible enough to grow. A high-value man isn't threatened by new perspectives. Instead, he uses them to refine his own beliefs and become stronger. Think about the men in your life who refuse to adapt. Maybe they're stuck in a dead-end job or a toxic relationship, but instead of adjusting or making changes, they double down on the same bad decisions. Adaptability isn't about weakness, it's about strength. It's about knowing when to pivot, when to let go, and when to change course without losing your core values. Practice adaptability in Your daily life when things don't go your way, don't get frustrated, adjust and move forward in relationships. Be willing to compromise, but never at the expense of your values. Being adaptable makes you stronger and more resilient in the long run. When faced with challenges, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? The ability to adapt is what will keep you ahead in life and ensure you don't fall behind when life inevitably throws you curveballs. Number 9. Responsibility. Here's a tough pill to swallow. If your life isn't where you want it to be, it's your fault. The sooner you take responsibility for everything in your life, the sooner you'll become a high-value man. Most men make excuses. They blame their job, their partner, their circumstances, but a high-value man takes ownership of his life. Responsibility means you own your actions, your choices, and your mistakes. It's the foundation of maturity in relationships. Taking responsibility builds trust. Women respect a man who can admit when he's wrong and take steps to fix it, but it goes beyond just relationships. This is about your entire life. Are you constant complaining about how unfair life is? Or are you the man who says, this is on me, what can I do to make it better? Blaming others, your upbringing, or even society will get you nowhere. Taking responsibility isn't about taking the blame for everything, it's about taking control of what you can and owning the results of your actions. It's the difference between feeling powerless, feeling empowered. Stop blaming others. Take full responsibility for your life, your choices, and your mistakes. When you mess up, own it, and more importantly, learn from it. Responsibility is what builds character, and without it, you'll never become a high-value man. The next time something goes wrong in your life, don't look for someone else to blame. Instead, ask yourself, what could I have done differently? Owning your outcomes gives you the power to change them. Number 10. Generosity. Generosity isn't about buying fancy gifts or throwing money around. A high-value man is generous with his time, his attention, and his energy. He gives because he wants to, not because he expects something in return. He gives value in every interaction, whether it's offering his advice, his presence, or his support in relationships. Generosity shows that you care. It's the little things, the thoughtful gestures, the time you invest, and the way you make your partner feel valued that make the difference. But here's the thing, never be generous to the point of being a doormat. Know your limits. Being a generous man doesn't mean sacrificing your own self-respect or allowing others to take advantage of you. A high-value man gives freely, but he also knows when to say no. Be generous with your time and attention. In your relationships, focus on giving value, whether it's through support, love, or effort, but don't overextend yourself. Give because you want to, not because you're trying to get something in return. Practice generosity in small ways. Each day, help someone without expecting anything back. Give a compliment or spend quality time with someone who needs it. Generosity builds deep connections, but always remember to protect your boundaries. Number 11. Self-reliance. Most men are codependent. Without even realizing it, they rely on others for validation, support, and even their sense of self-worth. But a high-value man is self-reliant. He doesn't need anyone to make him feel complete. He's comfortable in his own skin. He knows that while relationships are important, they don't define him in relationships. Self-reliance is crucial. If you're constantly looking for your partner to fill your emotional void, you'll never have a healthy dynamic. A high-value man is emotionally independent, and that makes him more attractive and more stable. He doesn't need someone else to fix him because he's already working on himself. Being self-reliant doesn't mean you don't need anyone. It means you're not dependent on anyone for your sense of self-worth. It means you take care of your own needs and are emotionally secure enough to give to others without expecting them to complete you. Focus on becoming self-reliant. Build a life that you love even when you're alone. Stop looking for others to validate you or make you feel worthy. The more self-reliant you are, the more attractive and confident you'll become. Spend time on your own hobbies and passions. Cultivate a strong sense of self and don't expect your partner to meet all of your emotional needs. The stronger and more independent you are, the better your relationships will be. Number 12. Patience and long-term focus. Patience is one of the hardest traits to master, but it's essential for a high-value man. We live in a world of instant gratification, but real success, whether it's in your career, relationships, or personal growth, takes time. A high-value man is willing to play the long game. Patience shows that you're in control in relationships. It means you're not rushing things or forcing outcomes. You're willing to let things develop naturally, knowing that what's meant for you will come in time. High value men don't give up when things don't go their way immediately. They persist, knowing that success requires perseverance and long-term thinking. Practice patience in all areas of your life. Stop expecting instant results and start focusing on the long-term process, whether it's in your career or your relationships. Patience will help you achieve greater success. Stability. When you find yourself getting frustrated by slow progress, remind yourself that the best things in life take time to build. Commit to long-term goals and stay the course even when things don't happen as quickly as you'd like. Becoming a high-value man isn't easy. It requires discipline, patience, and a commitment to constant growth. But if you master these 12 traits, you'll not only transform yourself, you'll transform the way the world sees you. Women will respect you, men will admire you, and more importantly, you'll respect yourself. If this video has helped you, consider joining our channel membership or subscribing to support us. By doing so, you help us continue creating high-quality content that's accessible to as many men as possible. And don't forget, real value comes from within.